just witnessed a LE Studios production. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And baby, it's a wrap. Bam!
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, the one and only, the original, cannot be duplicated. I'm your boy, Lamar. How everybody doing on this good old, is it Wednesday? I believe it is. It's Wednesday. How everybody doing? I just woke up. Don't I look like it? Just woke up. But before we get started and get into the things of the things, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube page. You have, like I said, y'all have to type it in exactly like that in order to pull me up. That capital L, capital E, capital S. You see it down there. But anyway, I'm not going to go into all that. But yes, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell, honey, so you will never miss a video. Y'all, let's get into it. The topic today, you have to set some standards. When it comes to a relationship, friendship, companionship, you have to set some standards. So we're going to jump right into this, honey. I'm going to talk about some experiences and things or whatever, and we're going to go from there. Standards. I feel like standards is like a place where you need to be respected. You put in order what you're looking for when you're going into dating. I'll put it like that. You have your standards, what you're looking for, what you are expecting and what you're not expecting, what you allow and what you're not allowed. Not what you will allow and what you won't allow. Right? And you have to have that, because going into something and you don't know what getting yourself into, you don't know where you're going, you're gonna be a lost soldier, honey. You're going to just be in there like lollygagging and get ran over. You know what I'm saying? So you have to put in standards and things like that. Me personally, I've always when I'm going into a dating situation or whatever, I be wanting, being able to have that communication every day, having an understanding. Each partner needs to have an understanding. And if I don't have communication, another one. If I don't have communication, it's never gonna work. And that's one of the problems I've been running into when it comes to dating. However, I'm single, praise God. But yeah, not being able to communicate. I'm not telepathic. I can't read your mind or whatever. So that's one of my standards: being able to communicate, being consistent, and that's one of the two main things when I go into a relationship or whatever I'm looking for. All those things also works for friendships. You have to put these things in places to know where you stand, where you want to be. You have to put boundary lines around, to protect your space. And if a person doesn't respect your boundary lines, your standards, you're in the wrong place. Maybe that person's not meant to be with you or for you. Yeah, I found myself many a times, in relationships, knowing what I wanted, but not strictly standing beside it. I kind of, wavered a little bit and allowed the person to overpower, overpower, uh, overpower things that I wanted and what I, wanted out of a relationship or whatever the case may be. And see, when you don't have those standards, y'all, and just say, for instance, you get into a argument, there's a situation that arose or whatever, and you realize it's toxic, I can't do it, and you want to get out, but you are you're still in position of wanting to get out, wanting to stay. You want the other individual to make a decision to break it off. You can't do that. I've talked to my sister last night. I'm like, what, these guys, and I'm gonna say women as well, or whatever, they see a toxic situation that they could possibly be in, but they stay in it because it's like a safe haven, a safe zone. Even though we get into it as toxic or whatever, but it's still like it's a safe zone for them. I feel comfortable in some crazy way. You feel comfortable in the situation, but you have to come to a place when you know something ain't good for you. You have to make that decision that this is not going to work. You can't allow the other person to come and say, this is not going to work, because they're not going to do it. They're more than likely they're never going to break it off. It's going to continue to be toxic. That's crazy. But I've been in the situation. It's been done to me, or whatever. I'm waiting on this person to say, you know what, this is not going to work. But no, we're both. I think we might be possibly both in that same mindset. You wait for the other person to come tell you I'm done. I'm waiting for the other person. He waiting for me, or she's waiting for me to say I'm done, and it never happens. It never happens, because I think we find that safe space, some kind of safe zone somewhere in a crazy situation. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you have to have standards. You just can't walk into a situation blind like that, and not knowing what you want, because you might be walking into, this situation. You don't know what you want. That person don't know what they want, and what you have, a total mess, a hot mess, But yeah, you have to have standards. So I want to just run that by. I'm not going to be on here long. I just want to make a point. If you don't have standards, which I consider that is a respected place for you, or whatever, a boundary line for you. You don't cross the line, they don't cross the line. You know what I'm saying? You have to know, what was I going to say? You have to know what's for you and what's not for you, what you allow and what you will not allow. You know what I'm saying? You have to have that standard, respected places. And I always say your respected places and your respected places and your respected spaces. Okay? And there's nothing like peace, baby. In fact, I just left a situation not too long ago to where it was so toxic and immature. And I tried to find reasons to stay. I cared more about the feelings of how the person felt, because when I break up with a person, I didn't know I could be so heartless. I did not know I could be so heartless. But that could have been a way of manipulating me too, because the person expressing to me, "Oh, I can't sleep at night because you broke up with me," and all this kind of stuff. But that could have been a form of manipulation. That's another word, manipulation. I don't like it. Don't will me in with that, because when we're doing good, well, let me rephrase that. When we are talking and you're not finding it important to be consistent or being there when you need to be there, stuff like that, when that's happening, and then I bring it to your attention, and I'm on the verge of, like, what I'm saying, I can't do this, that's when you want to come with that manipulation shit. Be like, I can't sleep at night. Well, I have to bring something totally dramatic into the situation in order for you to get to see me. I can't just have a simple conversation, with you, and be like, okay, this is the issue, and you're making no efforts to change. Best believe I tried that at first. I came to you with a conversation several times, bring an issue several times, or whatever. But it gets old. It gets old really quick, and then I have to be dramatic with, I'm leaving, I'm done. And that's when you want to come with your manipulation. And then I find your feelings so important that I have to stay. I want to be, I give in. I take back what I said. I'm going to stay. We're going to work this out. And you go back and do the same damn thing. So that's basically what I'm saying. You have to set standards, boundary lines, deadlines. Can I say that? Deadlines. Baby, I will only give you so many times to fuck over me. You know what I'm saying? I'll only give you so many times, and then I'm done, because it goes to show, if you keep doing the same thing over and over, you're not learning nothing. You're not putting forth effort to, show me different, making it worth keeping you, staying in my life. So yeah, you have to put in standards, and I'm going to add that to it. You have to put in deadlines too. Yeah. because ain't nobody got time for that. But anyway, thank you guys. Thank you for watching Reality Check. Um, Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm going to always be bringing these videos or whatever. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you would never miss a video. I didn't write no notes down today, but I was just trying to brainstorm. So, bear with me, because my mind, I just woke up too. So anyway. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. Make sure you guys, like I said, put in standards when it comes to friendships, companionships. And it's basically a respected place, a boundary line around you to respect your place in your space. Okay? And nobody should overpower that. You don't you get out of line and go overboard, or allow somebody to water your standards down. You have something set in stone that you're looking for, you're expecting, or whatever. Don't settle for less. Okay? And that's it, you guys. Thank you for watching. It's your boy, the one and only, the original, cannot be duplicated. I'm your boy, Lamar. Thank you for watching Reality Check. Okay? And we are out of here.